Hello all my Cancer friends, thanks for tuning in for the March of 2021 video taroscope. This is Vickieverlie, the rock and roll prophetess. I am a psychic reader with do astrology and channeling. I've been in the metaphysical field for over 30 years professionally. Today we're going to do a rising for do a reading for Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon. The decks we're going to use, as always, is firstly the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, my own creation, followed by a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. If you're a Patreon level 2 subscriber, we are going to pull a card from the Chrysalis Tarot, 3 cards actually. For my regular viewers, I did another box. I did another sacred vessel, and this one I did with collage, and I had some painting and mainly collage. I think it really turned out cool. I actually did film a little video, but I haven't had a chance to put it up. It's basically the same as the other one, but it's collage. But anyways, let's tune in for our Cancer. I almost said Gemini, but this is definitely for our Cancer friends. Oh, we got a couple cards. That's deck. I'm using the second edition of the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, the new second edition. And if any of you out there know, always read cards, when the deck is new, it's all slippery. It's slippery and sliding all over the place here. Got to get this thing broken in, though, huh? Okay, so these are the cards for Cancer for March of 2021. This is a big month because it's an Ingress month. Now, you are another cardinal sign. What happens, I'm going to try to explain this like simply, but like there's the astrology wheel, and there's like a big cross. And the cardinal cross, it's Cancer, you guys, opposed Capricorn. And then we have Aries opposed Libra. So everybody feels the energy of these ingresses because it marks the change of a season. It marks the time of turning a corner and moving into a new season. So everybody does feel it to some extent. And you feel the one in your sign the most, like in the summer solstice for most of us in the Northern Hemisphere. The summer solstice, that's your big time of your ingress. But the Aries one you feel too. I mean, you feel it, the cardinal signs feel it the most because it's in your element. It's squaring you. It's initiating for everyone to take action and do something. Now, in your case, the very first card out is the Ten of Rods in reverse. And that talks about a load being lifted off of your back, a load lightening. Strength has been out in a lot of these videos today. And strength is a card of having strength and having patience, hanging in there. But it also is a card of strength. Strength means strength, too. So having strength, the load being lifted off your back and you're feeling stronger. You know, you're feeling stronger. The High Priestess is here. This is a card of very strong intuition, but it's also a feminine card, and it also has the moon. She has moons all over the place on here, and that is your, you're represented by the moon in astrology, Cancers. So you're represented by the moon, and this is talking about going within, feeling that, and feel it coming. You can feel it coming even if it hasn't completely manifest. The feel is, sense and feel are really standing out to me, really strong on the words. Let that happen, by the way. If there's particular words that kind of just pulling your eye in or standing out to you, that's a way that you can get a personal message from this general reading. Okay, so yeah, you're very intuitive. The load's lifted off your back. Something new is coming through. There's always going to be a new beginning on these ingresses. I feel for many of you it's not going to be, although you'll feel it strongly because of the square action, it's not going to be like a jolt all of a sudden. This feels like it's going to be something that's going to be sort of eased in, you know, sort of come in slowly and eased into being. There's something here about not going back to the old ways. You're not going to go back to the old way or the old person. Now, there's people showing up here, both favorable, both in the upright position. You've got a Knight of Swords and you've got a Knight of Rods. Now, all the court cards, which are the cards that represent people here, like these knights, they're not gender specific, so it could just be anybody. But this one may represent air, which is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And this one may represent fire, which is Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. I want to say that you've not really, it's a new situation. This isn't going back to the old situation. Not at the time of the Aries ingress. It's the very first sign of the zodiac. It's the initiation. It's the new beginning. It's the new season. It's the new year in many cultures. They're going this way, and in this one in particular, he looks like he's charging right over to this Four of Rods. So some of you might be moving. This is a card of moving to a new environment. This is also, the new environment is always very positive. It's very favorable. It's an improvement on the old situation. And if you look in this very same row, we also have a journey card. So when you get a journey card, even if it seems like it's going away from there, but you know, when you get a journey card next to or in the same row or in the same spread even with the Four of Rods, often it does mean that there could be a move. This card also calls us to look at the new and full moons because it has the new and the full moon imagery on it too. So the new moon this month is going to be in the sign of Pisces, which is nice for you because that's a trine and it's harmonious energy to your Cancer energy. And that's going to be on the 13th. And then there's going to be a full moon is in the sign of Libra, and that's going to be on the 28th. Now the full moon in Libra, that's another one of these cardinal signs. So again, the cardinal cross, there's a thing called the cardinal cross, which I just explained. That's going to be getting activated. Both of these people are very favorable and are going to be very helpful to you, and not from the past. Again, the Judgment card is down here at the bottom. Now the Judgment card is also a really cool card, especially in the upright position. It talks about completing some sort of karmic cycle. And at this transitionary time, as we move from Pisces and we move into Aries, it is a completion of our annual cycle through all the zodiac signs. So for you, it's saying not only is it, so you're starting on this new path, you're starting down this new road, it's a completion of this cycle. Now, these numbers are standing out to me. It's actually 20 and then Z and Zenith, but I'm looking at 20, so it might have been since 2020 or 2020. It might have been since 2002. It might be 20 years for some of you. You know, it's going to be different for everybody, but that really did stand out to me. It really came right off the table, right at me. Okay, so let's go ahead and move over to our animal totem for our Cancerian friends. I do want to announce that, speaking of the Aries Ingress, I am offering those Aries Ingress readings like I do every year. It's to look at exactly what's going on as far as the astrology in your chart during this specific Aries Ingress. Usually I have a few notes. I have 2 columns of notes on the Aries Ingress itself. So there's going to be a lot of things. There's a lot of things to talk about. Excuse me. From an astrology standpoint, but also it's a psychic reading, and I do a animal totem. So if that's something that interests you, do check it out. Let's go ahead and get this animal totem for our Cancer friends for the month of March of 2021. Cancers, what's going on? The ox. The ox is like strength. These two remind me of each other a lot, you know. Well, the first word I used on it was strength. Strength, endurance, patience, presence, clearing of karma, accepting what is, standing strong and plowing through. Elimination creates space for magic. So yeah, we're not going back to the old. We're eliminating, and we're eliminating during the time of Pisces, which is the 12th house, and the first 3 months of the year. I mean, 3 weeks of the 3 weeks of the month. In the 3rd month of the year. I got that a little scrambled there, but it's the first 3 weeks will be in Pisces, and then we move into the Aries Ingress, and then things really start happening. Also, I can't help but notice, I mean, it's an ox, it's not a ram, of course, but there's a similarity here to this Aries, right? You know, with the big horned creature, like kind of right in your face energy. All right, please, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and everything, but I want to mention also, stay tuned because I'm doing this spiritual art thing, and I feel like this is such a magical and beautiful process for me, and it's so calming and healing, and I wanted to share it with everybody, and I put together this course. It's an actual course. It's not just these videos where I turn on the camera and go. I mean, I really planned it out, and it's a spiritual journey. You don't have to know how to paint. You don't have to know astrology to do this exercise. I'm going to talk about it at the end, so please stay tuned. And then if you are a level 2 Patreon person, we are going to go ahead and do the 3 more cards from the Chrysalis Tarot, so of course come back for that. I want to thank everybody so much for everything that you do by liking and sharing and commenting and purchasing all my different wares that I do offer. I always feel like I am the teacher in everything. That's why I got on YouTube in the first place, because it was to teach. And then I started doing the readings. Actually, I'm the first person who ever did monthly tarot readings. And a lot of people come and they don't even know that, but I really am. I was the first one. There was some astrologers out there, but I was the very first person to ever do a monthly taroscope with for different signs. But now it's become a thing of its own, and that's great. But ultimately, I'm a teacher, I feel, and I'm hoping that this is going to be the next step for me, and I'll still do this readings for you all, of course. But if you're interested and you feel like it might be something that you could benefit from, I think everybody could benefit from it, please do check it out. Thank you so much for all your support. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of March and a great Aries Ingress. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Hi everyone, Vickieverlie here. I wanted to talk to you all today about a course that I have coming up regarding the Aries Ingress, and it's with this painting and spirituality that I've been getting into, and it's been so healing and therapeutic, especially when many of us are kind of locked in at this time. The Aries Ingress is coming up, and the Aries Ingress is one of the most powerful times of the year, and in many cultures it's actually the new year. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac and is a most auspicious time to initiate any sort of new beginnings and to reinvent your life into what you want it to be. Through the years, I've discovered the power of creativity transcends time and space, transporting us through body, mind, and spirit to a place of creation, quieting the busy mind and allowing higher guidance and the creative flow to come into play. Not only relaxing, but enlightening, great healing can take place through the creative process and engaging the subconscious mind. Are you ready to dive deep into healing and empowerment through the magic of art and creativity? I invite you to join me for an 8-step process of healing and empowerment, utilizing the energy of the Aries Ingress. I will guide you through these simple yet amazingly transformative exercises. Each lesson begins with a short lecture, followed by a painting session. As we paint, we put ourselves into a meditative state and allow the subconscious mind to go to work in creating our reality. Even if you've never picked up a paintbrush in your life and know nothing about astrology, you will be able to complete this multi-layered painting through this 8-part course. This painting is more than mere layers of paint on a canvas. We are working with layers of consciousness, layers of healing. We are embarking on a multifaceted, empowering experience. Many of you have seen some of my art tutorials both on my Rock and Roll Prophetess and my VV Creative YouTube channels. Recently I've gotten more into painting, and behind me you can see a couple examples of my recent work. I've gotten so much out of it that I wanted to share it with others. I've created a course that is detailed and in-depth. The whole process is laid out in a simple, easy-to-understand steps that anyone can follow. You can work at your own pace, do one lesson at a time, or work through several in one sitting, whatever works best for you. As many of you know, I started out as a teacher in my earliest videos on YouTube in the Broadcast for the Universe. Later I branched out into readings, and in fact I was the first person to post monthly tarot readings for each sign on YouTube. Through the readings, through the books, through the channeling, teaching has always been my highest calling. The course includes a private community that allows you to comment and share your progress if you wish, plus a Zoom call in April so we can all hang out and talk and share our experiences. This will be available for a limited time, so the Aries Ingress is on March 20th. So you can sign up today to secure your spot in this awesome and unique program. You don't have to do it exactly on the Aries Ingress. You can do it before, leading up to, or even after, and it will still have the power of the infusion of the Aries energy. Okay, I hope to see you there. Till next time.